What if I told you that Bentley, a company most famous for huge, heavy, super luxurious cars, had actually built something that was simpler, lighter, and focused on being fun to drive? And this is that car, the new Bentley Supersports. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about it, including why it's known as Mildred. This is only the fourth model in Bentley history to wear the Supersports badge. The first arrived exactly 100 years ago, was the first Bentley capable of 100 miles an hour, and only 18 were ever built. The next came in 2009, the pinnacle of the first-gen Conti GT range, 2 seats, 100 kilograms lighter, and capable of 204 miles an hour. In 2017, the second-gen Conti GT got a Supersports 2 with a 710 horsepower version of the old 6-litre twin-turbo W12, making it the most powerful Bentley ever at the time. Okay, so only 500 of these 4th-gen Bentley Supersports will be built, but the big news is it's not going chasing big numbers, it's actually dialed everything back. So they've ditched the hybrid system entirely, meaning the 4-litre twin-turbo V8 is doing all the work. This is the first ever series production Conti GT with rear-wheel drive. It's also got 300 kilograms more downforce than you get with the Conti GT Speed, but crucially, it's over half a tonne lighter. That's ridiculous. That's unheard of these days. It's like removing an entire Caterham from the curb weight. The engine then gets a stronger crankcase, uprated cylinder heads and larger turbos, and produces 657 brake horsepower and 590 pounds-feet of torque, all sent through the rear wheels, and a ZF 8-speed twin-clutch gearbox tweaked for faster shifts. There's an electronic diff at the rear and new calibration for steering, suspension and traction systems. The latter can be fully turned off for what Bentley calls significant but highly controllable oversteer. Sounds like fun. Keep it in a straight line, and 0 to 62 takes 3.7 seconds. Top speed is 192 miles an hour. Right, so let's have a little look around, shall we, at all the details that are different on the Supersport, starting at the front, where we have this brand new carbon fiber bumper and front splitter, the biggest splitter ever fitted to a road legal Bentley, I understand. It's got 2 cooling channels in here on either side, so the innermost one, that's for cooling the engine. This one is for cooling the brakes, and we have a pair of dive planes for extra downforce on either side. This grille is new as well, so this is going to be laser cut aluminium. Very nice indeed. The colour, by the way, is called Jetstream. It's in matte. I mean, if you're going to have the most aggressive track-focused Bentley ever, you might as well have a punchy colour. These decals, by the way, these on the production car are going to be painted in. They're going to be underneath the lacquer, but they're just stickers here on the prototype. Right, the wheels. 22-inch forged aluminium wheels developed with Manthey Racing. Yep, the people responsible for those silly, quick 911s, so they know what they're talking about. Tyres, couple of choices. You've got the Pirelli P0s, you've also got the Trofeo RS. Now, interestingly, on the stickier tyre, because you've got so much less weight, because you've got more downforce, Bentley claims this thing will corner 30% faster than the Conti GT Speed, which is fairly ridiculous. And in testing with the early prototypes, it actually fired the seatbelt pretensioners because it was pulling so much lateral G. Hopefully they're going to sort that one out for production. Right, so down here we have the Fender blade, very cool name indeed. Looks a little bit like a flying bee, but it has a purpose. It's to extract pressure from this front wheel arch, which helps to reduce lift and then smooth the air down the side of the car. Carbon fiber wing mirrors, carbon fiber roof, that's significant because it saves weight, but also lowers the center of gravity. New carbon sills along the side there. The brakes, we're going to come to those a little bit later on, but the rear track is 16 millimeters wider. And if we come around the back, you have a fixed boot lid spoiler, not a wing, a spoiler. I just learned the difference. A wing has airflow going underneath it. This does not, therefore it is a spoiler. Also a new rear bumper, carbon fiber, new diffuser, and in there 4 pipes and a full-length titanium Akrapovic exhaust. I am very excited about listening to that. The suspension features air springs and Bentley's freaky good 48-volt anti-roll system, and then there's the largest automotive braking system in the world, says Bentley. 440mm carbon ceramic discs with 10 piston calipers on the front, 410mm and 4 piston on the rear. That should do the trick. Right, let's take a look inside, shall we? Welcome to the interior of the Supersports. Subtle, isn't it? Well, what did you expect? I'm going to start with the seats because they are unique to the Supersports. You can see them here. They're more heavily bolstered, they're lighter, they're lower. You've got carbon fiber bits up here behind your ears. They're also 11-way electrically adjustable and heated because you wouldn't want to be uncouth. But crucially, there's only 2 of them, because if I look behind me, there are no rear seats. It's strictly a 2-seater, the Supersports. In the rear seat's place, we have a kind of carbon fiber tub, perfect for putting your luggage in there. You could actually fit quite a bit. Probably not your kids though. There's less sound deadening in the back as well, which again, I don't mind because you might get a little bit more of that V8 music, and they've reconfigured the audio system. There's fewer speakers because it saves weight, and then refocused it on the 2 people in the front. In terms of driving modes then, we've got 3 main ones: Touring, Bentley and Sport. Those tweak the steering weight, the throttle mapping, the suspension, the exhaust noise. I'm told that Touring in this is equivalent to Sport in the Conti GT Speed. And then we get to colours. So you can have 24 main exterior paint colours. You can have 22 main interior hide colours. This is called Damson. You can see the Dynamica suede here with the leather, with the carbon fibre everywhere. You can choose whether you have a punchy little tri-tone scheme like this one here, or you can have a dual tone, or you can have a single colour if you like. And all of this is before you've called in the cavalry from Mulliner, who can basically do whatever your heart desires. Okay, so I promised earlier I'd explain that Mildred name. Well, the project was only proposed in September 2024. The new CEO, Frank Walliser, approved it, and a running prototype was ready 6 weeks later. And here we are, barely a year after that. It was kept to a small skunkworks team for speed, and they needed a code name. Project Mildred is in honour of Mildred Mary Petra, an extraordinary woman who was a racing driver, a powerboat racer and a pilot. In 1929 she drove a Bentley 4.5 litre around the Montlhéry circuit in France on her own for 24 hours, averaging over 90 miles an hour. And you thought Le Mans was tough on the drivers. Okay, so the price, 343,900, that's pounds. First deliveries right at the beginning of 2027, and if you're interested, you better be quick because, as I said, they're only going to be building 500 of them. I cannot tell you how refreshing it is that Bentley has chosen to dial back on power, on weight and on complexity, and as a result this thing here is now right at the top of the list of the things that I am desperate to drive. It's a lesson to everyone really that what you shouldn't be doing is focusing on headline figures. What you need to do is concentrate on how it feels from behind the wheel.